If you are a woman of color and you grew up feeling super confused, here is why. Our parents never taught us what we need to do and speak up for ourselves. So a lot of times what happens is we grew up, for example, I'm just gonna say that I grew up in an Indian family. And because I grew up in an Indian family in Abu Dhabi, in the Middle East, my dad always made sure that we follow the culture, we follow the norm, and we should be a certain way. And my dad was like, he was against a lot of things for me. So when I grew up and I did not like a lot of things, I would just tell him straight up, listen, I'm not listening to that bullshit of yours. You know, for example, he would say, oh, you gotta respect your uncles. You have to respect your aunts. I'm like, fine, aunt, I understand. But my uncle, I'm not gonna respect him. He never knew why. If you grew up in a dysfunctional family, you're a woman of color, and something doesn't resonate with your energy, girl, you better speak up, because if you don't speak up, then you know what's happening? You have a boundary problem. And if you have a boundary problem, it simply comes up as you grow up to become an adult, it comes up as feeling insecure. It comes up as self-esteem issues. It also shows up as an imposter syndrome. It also shows up as you thinking negative all the time, or you fearing things, you fearing the next step, you feeling stuck, you attract the wrong kind of guy. So what I'm trying to say is, it's not your fault what you saw and what you were never taught, but it's your responsibility to set some boundaries for yourself, especially when you don't feel something in your body. You basically reject it. So say, nope, that doesn't work for me. If your mom is saying something, you don't feel it, you say, nope, it doesn't work for me. Your dad is saying something, nope, it doesn't work for me. Because if you don't speak up, who the fuck is going to speak up for you? No one is. And typically, you know, growing up in Indian families, like, this is the major issue, and I'm just quoting Indians for now, but I know this happens all over the world. I'm specifically saying this is because I hear so many of my Indian clients would say things like, oh my God, but I cannot do that to my mother-in-law, or I cannot say that to my father-in-law. Like, hello, if you don't speak your truth, then who the fuck is going to speak? You know, like, your husband is not going to. You better stand up for yourself first, because when you stand up for yourself, you vocalize what you want to do. Only then others see your energy, and others be like, oh, you know what? I better stay away from her lane because she knows what she wants. So this message is for all women of color who haven't spoken up, who haven't said things that they want to say to their families. Whatever you want to say, this is your message. You better go and do that now. And if you like this video, then please follow for more.